Coming up on ABC 6 News at 10, are you tired of filling up your gas tank? Well, here's a way to save on gas money and get more out of your day.
And a longtime business closes its doors. Who closed down this popular spot along the interstate?
Plus, we'll introduce you to one girl hoping to make it to the big time, the National Spelling Bee, which is broadcast across the country on ABC.
Your news and weather source, ABC 6 News.
As the demand for oil increases, so does gas prices. Now, the sticker shock at the pump is starting to force many drivers into some lifestyle changes. Around much of the country, a gallon of regular unleaded gasoline is now flirting with $4 a gallon. And while this could force some of you to curb vacation plans this holiday weekend, it also could affect your daily grind. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brandon McElwain.
And I'm Nicole King. With these record gas prices, people are finding cheaper ways to commute to work each day. That includes bus shuttles that drive from cities like Rochester to outlying communities. ABC 6 News reporter Donnie Rolls climbs on board a bus that gets more popular every time gas goes up.
More and more people are taking shuttle buses from cities like Rochester to outlying communities.
Why are there so many people on the bus?
That's not a tough question to answer.
Well, the demand is going up. We're seeing double-digit increases, both in the city and the routes that go out of the city.
Routes like the ones these buses travel, they start in Rochester and go to places like Cannon Falls or Owatonna. Brian Duke used to drive to work at Mayo Clinic from his home in Farmington.
I was. Got expensive.
But now he hitches a ride on the bus.
It was costing me about $90 a week to commute driving, and it's about $160 for the bus per month.
But saving money isn't the only reason he rides.
I like to read, so I usually will read while I'm on the bus or catch up on some sleep if I need to.
And for riders like Leslie Fedra, gas wasn't the reason why she began taking the bus more than 7 years ago.
I assume it's safer when you're riding on a bus rather than driving in your own car.
She says it's about safety and saving money, and also about time.
The time, you can actually use it to do something rather than driving.
Regardless of the reason, as gas prices continue to soar, finding a seat on a bus could get tougher. Donnie Rolls, ABC 6 News.
Now, we crunched the numbers on Brian Duke's commute. That's the man we just introduced you to. Well, he says it used to cost him $90 a week for gas. That's $360 a month. He pays $160 a month for the bus, so he saves $200 or more a month and $2,000 a year. Now, that does not include parking. And here's a look at prices for the rest of us. According to AAA, in Mason City, the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded is $3.82. Last year at this time, it was $3.36. In Austin, the average is $3.74. Compare that to last year, it was $3.31. And in Rochester, it's $3.74. 1 year ago, $3.25.
Well, with the number of gas prices continuing to rise, it's also a number of drive-offs. But some gas stations are fighting back and taking extra measures to prevent those thefts. Now, many stations already have surveillance cameras in place to catch people in the act. Gas stations also have started writing down the license plates of every car that pulls up to the pump. Other stations are going high-tech. They're installing new digital surveillance cameras. Now, station owners can actually report the thefts online and upload that video, and it goes directly to the local police cars.
Frustrating because the rest of us, we all have to still pay the high price, and to see them just do it and they don't care at all about it, so it gets really annoying.
Now, the Sheriff's Department says since they started those new high-tech programs, more than half of the money they lost on drive-offs has been recovered. And just so you know, gas station managers say it takes about 50 fill-ups to just make up for one $60 drive-off.
High gas prices have forced Ford to cut production of its trucks and SUVs, and that could lead to more plant closings and job cuts down the road. The nation's third largest automaker says consumers aren't buying them anymore and are instead looking at more fuel-efficient models. Ford says the production cuts will also lead to a bigger cut in profits. The manufacturer plans to increase production of some smaller cars.
A popular restaurant and travel center on I-90 in southern Minnesota is now closed for good just before Memorial Day weekend. The Windmill Restaurant was shut down this morning by trustees appointed by the U.S. Bankruptcy Court with assistance from the Mower County Sheriff's Department. The doors to the restaurant were closed and the gas pumps were turned off. Public notices were also placed on the building and those gas pumps. Trustees would not comment on the action.
After 2 recent deadly crashes in work zones, MnDOT wants to remind drivers to take it easy on the roads this holiday weekend. Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start to the summer travel season. That's when a lot more drivers take to the roads. Now, to get a look at road conditions and construction projects before you hit the highway, stop by your homepage for news first. That's KAALTV.com. Just click on weather, and there you'll find road conditions.
And good evening, everybody.